BBC Radio Newcastle.
Make a difference.
Now, teachers in England are going to be asked to assess the grades they think pupils would have achieved in their cancelled GCSE and A-level exams. Now, this will be used by exam boards to help decide results, but that doesn't mean that all learning has now stopped. Around the world, pupils are still accessing the revision material provided by their schools, and a big chunk of that at the moment is provided by a company which is actually based in Newcastle. GCSEPod put together online tutorials for students working towards their GCSEs, and lockdowns meant a surge in demand for what they're offering. So I'm going to say hello to Alexandra Armstrong, who's the head for client services. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
You all right?
Great to speak to you. Yes, it's great to speak to you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, really well. Well, listen,
Fantastic.
first of all,
Good.
tell us how GCSEPod works then. What's this about?
Okay, so GCSEPod is an online resource that can be used, mostly it's used by schools, so schools buy it, but it can be used by parents as well. And essentially, our main product is videos that we call them pods, and they're 3 to 5 minute sound bites, so they're like mini lessons, and they're audio visual, so they're great because they appeal to lots of different types of learners. So students access them, and what's great as well at this time is that you can use them, and they're actually like learning at the same time as testing knowledge and understanding. So it's a great support when teachers can't be, in the same room as students. And we've just seen a great uptake over the school closures as well.
Let's hear a little bit of one. I've got a bit of a clip of one here.
Romeo has a personal servant called Balthazar who knows about his marriage to Juliet. It's Balthazar who delivers the incorrect message that Juliet has died after witnessing her funeral. The Montagues, like the Capulets, have many unnamed servants in their household, but it's Abram who's named in the opening scene and is involved in the fight that begins the play.
Oh, it's all coming back to me, Alex. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
How do you make the videos then? How are they made?
So actually, we make them locally. So we commission teachers to write them. So they're all written by subject specialists. And then what we do is we have an incredible publishing team who write our scripts. And then it goes to our design team who they create fantastic images and highlight the key words. And then local actors come in, and we have them actually in our Newcastle offices. We have a studio, and we actually record them in our studio. So there's 2 narrators for every pod. It actually takes about 6 months to make a pod. So
gosh, there's a lot of work goes. Yeah, but you know what though? Helping a lot of people at the moment, a lot of students who this will feel like a really uncertain time for them anyway, won't it?
Such an uncertain time. And actually, we were quite surprised. Our experience of the school closures is that an incredible over 800,000 pods were actually watched during the first week of school closures. We couldn't believe it. And our peak day was the first day of school closures. So students really do want to learn. Yeah. They do. It's just about tapping into how they learn and how they best engage with resources, really.
Wow. Well, I mean, there's loads of tech businesses in Newcastle and Gateshead now, and some of these firms, they're perhaps better placed to handle lockdown, maybe because of their employees able to work from home. Is that something you're able to do? Are you able to do all this from your homes, or are you office-based?
Yes, we're all doing it from our homes. So we're all sort of staying safe, staying at home, and I'm actually juggling work and a toddler at the moment, which is quite an experience.
Best of luck with that, yeah.
I know, it is. It's a great experience. But so our whole office is able to work from home, which is fantastic because then we're able to, keep people in their jobs, and also we're able to still, sort of support that fantastic product.
So great resource here. And you mentioned obviously a lot of schools use it, but students and parents, they can access them themselves if they want to. How would we do that then?
They certainly can. So what you can do is you can actually get in touch with our company, get in touch with GCSEPod, and you can actually get an individual subscription as well. So the offices are still open, and you can still kind of give us a call. You can give me a call, or sort of contact us directly, or go to our website, which is www.gcsepod.com, and you'll find all our numbers and contact details on there, and you'll be able to purchase an individual subscription or get some free resources as well.
Yeah, and it sounds as if, the pupils, they want the resources, they want the help, they want to learn. And it's not a case of saying, oh, all right, Mum, I'll go and spend, an hour up in my bedroom. This is something that they'll probably be feeling really serious about, and they'll want the help, and they'll want to get down to it and do a good bit of revision, won't they?
That's it. And it's really the key thing. I mean, we've been going for 10 years now. We work with hundreds and thousands of students every year. And a key focus for us normally is, how do you get a reluctant learner to learn?
Yeah.
So that's something that we specialise in. And I think, there's a lot of variety on there. Students really miss that auditory experience that you get at school. A lot of school and in the classroom is listening. And I think that's why students really like the videos, because they can listen to them and they can watch them. And then we've got lots of tasks on there, active learning tasks where parents don't need to be experts. I'm not an expert.
Thank goodness.
And you certainly don't need to be an expert. We've got all of the resources there that you would need to have students not just watching, but actually doing something active, creating something. And that's where you get the engagement from as well.
What a brilliant resource to learn about and to have on our radar now. Alexandra, thank you so much for your time. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
Alexandra Armstrong from GCSEPod, and she said if you want to have a look, if you're interested, the website address GCSEPod.com if you're needing a little bit of help or someone who does.